Irving. He has been single his entire life. His relationships with women have gone nowhere, but he keeps trying. Faith. She has been a widow for 2 years and is trying out her new dating wings in the world. This time, she feels a little out of step. Herb. He has been a widow for 2 years and is now ready to date. Hope. She was unsuccessfully married young and has dedicated herself to be a fun-loving person. Waiter. Aspiring actor with a flair of the dramatics. Scene, Nikki's Nook, a restaurant bar in the Greenwich Village, New York City. It's happy hour. A woman enters the restaurant bar. Looking around, she sees a man sitting at a table nearby. He looks at his watch. He's obviously waiting for someone. She approaches his table. He hands her a rose, her hand to the rose on her collar and grins broadly.
Are you Herb?
Yes.
As I told you on the phone, I'd be the lady with the broad smile and wearing my fishnet stockings and a rose, like I said.
I see that.
There's an awkward pause. The woman, trying to lighten the moment, takes the rose from her collar, puts it in her mouth, and does a quick flamenco step, stamping her feet.
I am impressed.
I love flamenco.
Jose Greco, ole. Why don't you sit? Sit. So.
I'm Faith.
Right. Faith.
I guess Helen told you all about me. She tells me you're an architect.
Well, I've burned a bridge or two.
Really?
Well, that's just an expression.
Must be fun to be an architect.
Fun.
Well, I mean, rewarding. Helen said that you designed the new MoMA museum.
You could say that.
Oh, no, I'm impressed.
And you?
Oh, I haven't done anything as impressive as MoMA.
I bet you have too. You strike me as a people person, outgoing and giving. Are you giving?
Giving what?
Generally giving.
Well, I taught school for a while.
Well, there you are.
And I worked for UNICEF for 2 years.
Now, there's a world of giving.
Well, I guess. I'm sorry you lost your wife.
That's life.
My Mickey's been gone 2 years now,
That could be a lifetime.
especially in New York.
I know the feeling.
Do you?
Sure, sometimes I just want to dig a hole and jump in for no good reason. Just jump in.
That's it. That's it. I'm glad we met. I think I'd like a guy like you in my life, Herb.
Really?
Oh, am I being too forward?
Hell no.
Stop me if I move too fast.
Go as fast as you want.
It's been so long since I dated anyone. I'm out of practice, and I've been so lonely and a nice part.
You think?
Yeah, he seemed like a supportive guy, one who would know how to get his wife through her ordeal.
You think?
Oh, yes.
I should tell you something.
What?
I never had a wife, and I am waiting for someone, but it's not you.
Not me.
I'm waiting for a gal named Hope.
You mean you're not Herb?
Would Irving do?
Herbie?
Yeah, Irving. I'm Irving.
Irving, the architect?
How's about Irving, the shoe salesman?
Helen never told me.
Helen doesn't know. It's not every day I meet a woman wearing fishnet stockings and a rose in her mouth. I wanted to know you, so I...
A tall, thin man, covered in snow, hurries into the restaurant. Faith looks up at him and knows.
Herb.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I know the snow, the bus.
Herb, you're a lucky man. This is one special gal you have here.
Why, thank you, Irving.
A short, studious woman, carrying a load of books, enters. She is Hope, covered in snow.
Hope. I'll lay odds she's Hope.
Oh, I bet you're Irving. Forgive my tardiness. There was a line at the library checkout, and with the snow and all, I'm so sorry, Irving.
I'm Herb. My father's name is Irving.
Oh, really?
I'm Irving. I guess you're Hope.
That's right.
Hope drops the books, Herb retrieves them.
Oh, Thank you, Herb.
Why don't we all sit down and order?
Oh, yeah,
that's a good
The
sure.
waiter enters. It's happy hour, one and all. What do you have?
How's about margaritas? All
My,
right.
Oh,
my
that
kind
sounds
of
great.
man.
Make mine a double.
My kind of
I
woman.
got a woman.
I'm not a drinker.
Oh, come on, Herb.
Nah, don't be a party pooper, Herbie.
Okay, I mean, I'll have what she's having.
Now you're talking. Double margaritas it is. I think I'm gonna like this crew. Waiter exits to get the drinks.
Wow, well, Helen didn't tell me you drank margaritas. I heard they could kill you.
Well, Helen doesn't know. Actually, I don't handle liquor very well. So how do you guys know each other?
We met on Match.com.
Really? I've heard those dating sites were bogus.
Well, I've had good luck. Irving looks like a real catch. Don't you think?
Well, I really hadn't noticed.
Well, I have. Irving's a real man's man.
I thought that too.
Thanks, guys. I had no idea.
So what brings you two together?
Well, Helen, our mutual friend, thought we should meet.
I lost my husband and Herb lost his wife.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, Hope, you told me you were from Hoboken, wasn't it?
Weehawken, actually.
Jersey's good.
What's your line of work, I wonder?
I'm a dramaturge.
Dramaturg. Oh, how interesting.
At present, I'm doing research on a new musical about a goose, soon to be off Broadway.
Wow, are these books your research? Well, looky here. I had no idea there were so many kinds of geese. Well, there's a Chinese goose. Quack. And a fighting goose. Well, and a bourbon goose.
Now that's my guy.
Can you get me a front seat for the opening?
You mean it?
Mean it. So I believe Helen said you're from Albany.
Well, originally. Now I live in the village on 11th Street and I'm a music teacher.
Always wanted to sing. My grandma Jenny said I was the next Pavarotti.
Well, now, let's see about that.
Give me an A.
The waiter enters with a margarita and hits an egg. This begins round one. They all drink and get blues. This is the first round, folks. Remember, it's happy hour. Make the most of it.
Keep them coming.
You betcha, cutie. Now, there's some nibblies over there if you don't want to fall on your face. I'm just kidding. Waiter exits.
Let's all give it a try.
Guys need work. If we try real hard, we'll be singing at Carnegie Hall by Christmas.
Well, here's to new friends. To us.
You're on
Us.
You've always got your architecture, Herb. You are still working, aren't you?
You might say that. Right now, I'm designing chuppahs for Shenzhen. They're expanding China to New York. Get it?
Chuppahs.
Yeah, you know, the canopies we Jews stand under during the wedding ceremony.
Are you Jewish too?
Ripe and ready to meet your mother.
Nuts.
Hope's, really?
Yeah. I'm personalizing them for couples.
Personal.
Yeah. It might be my name. Say their married name is going to be Potts. So I might try to do something with Potts. Get it?
You mean like, say, Zazu and Brad?
What could you do with pits?
Come up with something.
I bet you would, Herbie.
Thanks, Opie.
How about you, Irving? Irving is a shoe salesman. How'd you get into shoes?
Walk right into them, I guess.
No, really.
Well, just after I graduated from college, I was laid up for a month with a back injury from playing football, and when I got on my feet again, all the teaching jobs were taken, so I took this job as a temp. And I've been with them ever since. I'm kind of a specialist, you might say. I'm really into shoes.
Really?
If the shoe fits.
Put your footsie up here. By this boot Hope is wearing, I know she is a person who doesn't care what people think of her.
Well, how's that?
Well, you say so. They're rather shabby and worn, you see. On the other hand, they have a heel that tells me that she's a take-charge person, loves to be the center of attention, and is very assertive.
And what does my footsie tell you?
Uh-oh.
What about you, Irving? What do your running shoes tell us?
What do you think?
That you're afraid of commitment? Always running away?
Gotcha.
No, actually, I'm very confident and goal-oriented, so you better watch out.
And he doesn't wear socks. What does that tell you?
That he wants to be a free spirit.
You got it.
Amazing.
What about you, Herbie?
Herb puts his shoeless foot on Hope's lap, lifts up his trousers, and reveals socks with cows on them.
Wow! Itty bitty cows on them!
Get out of here.
Yeah, my mother did it for me.
You're kidding.
I could really get into those socks.
How romantic.
My little footsie next to your big manly footsie.
You have a beautiful mouth, Hope.
Do I, Herbie?
You have the lips of a giraffe.
What better to kiss you with, Herb?
Wow.
And you, Faith, it's not your shoes that fascinates me. It's those fishnet stockings. I can only guess why you wear them.
Tell!
Oh, isn't that rather a personal question to ask, my man?
No, I'd like to hear his assessment.
I think it's your attempt to be brazen, which you are not.
Wrong. Just thought I'd be different and Herb could pick me out of a crowd.
Crowd in Mickey's Nook?
Well, there's leftovers from when I was a sexy witch on Halloween 6 years ago.
I don't believe it.
Irving reaches for the nuts.
What's that?
What?
That? Oh my God! Is that all hair?
All over, baby. Especially, mostly on my butt.
So apey!
My mother spanked me with a hairbrush when I was a kid.
I have no hair on my body.
Oh, really?
I was spanked with a shaving strap.
Did you ever get spanked, Faith?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Oh, come on, Faith. Open your bag of secrets and give us a little treasure.
I will. Joel Morgenstein spanked me 12 times on my 12th birthday. I've never gotten over it.
I bet.
Throwing a nut at Hope.
No,
So who's Joel Morgenstein?
Some kid I knew in 8th grade. I think he became a baker. So, Irving, how come a good-looking guy like you went on Match?
You really want to know? I was looking for a sane woman. I've had crazies all my life. Are you crazy?
I am crazy as a loon.
I was afraid of that.
Balloons are good.
So what do you think? Do I pass your muster, mister? Or are we through before we get started?
With a name like Hope, you have to be good.
Wow. All right, well, time for another round of nuts, and I mean margaritas.
you're a kid.
The waiter enters with a tray of ready-made drinks. This begins. Round 2. They are all freer and sloppier.
Woo!
Round 2, ladies and gentlemen, round 2.
Live, live, live!
Look, remember, it's happy hour. Just stick to the rules. No vomiting in the main room, no peeing in the dark corner. Otherwise, you're on your own. He exits. They all drink like they must.
Faith. I've never met a Faith before. I like it.
What about Maud?
Maud.
Yeah.
Maud. They nearly named me Maud after my grandmother.
So what do you think, Irving? Would you rather have faith or hope in your life?
I'd say I couldn't live without you both.
Toss you for him. And where do you live, handsome?
Upper West Side?
Ever go to the Café des Artistes?
Yeah, I've been there.
Real classy.
the cashew to you.
Give me an A!
Well, time for the little boy's room. I think better on an empty bladder.
Right, my man, right.
Am I your man, Irving?
They begin to walk off stage together.
Well, I could never make it. I could never make it with a guy with cows on his socks.
Moo.
Herb and Irving exit. Hope and Faith are alone.
You don't like me, do you?
What makes you say that?
You keep bombarding me with nuts every time I talk to the guys. Like just now with Irving.
Look, Hope, I don't even know you.
That's right, you don't.
I'm sorry, it's just that it's been so long since I dated him. I seem to have forgotten how to score, and you're so good at it. Can't stand it.
I am good, aren't I? It's all about flirting. If you want to score with her, you flirt with Irving.
And if I want to score with Irving, I flirt with her. Is that it?
But aren't you with her?
I should be, I guess, but now I've met Irving.
What a break!
What do you mean?
Because I think her is a big cutie.
And why are you coming on to Irving? You don't seem to know what you want.
Like I said, flirt with one guy to arouse the interest of the other.
And when you flirt with her, you want Irving? Sure look like you want them both.
Oh, never mind me. You start flirting with her and watch what happens.
You'll lay off Irving?
If you'll lay off the nuts.
It's a deal.
They lift their glasses, toast and drink. Irving and Herb enter.
Bottoms up.
Give me an Hey, Herb, how about a hoopah for Ethel Waters and Joan Rip?
They're girls.
So, here's to the girls!
Ditto.
Well, I guess fountains of colored water or walls of waterfalls.
That's brilliant, Herbie. Herbie's my hero. Hey, you said no more nuts. That means war.
You don't know who you want. Come on, Herb, let's dance.
Oh, I can't dance. I got 2 left feet.
Faith rises and she and Herb move to the jukebox. Faith's every move impresses Irving.
I'll teach you.
They put a coin in and choose a Lindy. Music begins. Faith grabs Herb and pulls him to her bosom.
Hey, handsome. Want a boogie? Or should we just go in the corner and neck?
Now you're talking.
Hope and Irving rise. Hope is obviously the aggressor. She leads him to the corner and puts her arms around his neck.
Oh, yes.
Hey, you guys, keep it clean.
Never mind that dumb duo. Come on, Herb, hold me.
Faith twirls Herb around. Moans of pleasure come from the corner. Faith in horror is appalled. She and Herb clop about awkwardly. Hope giggles and carries on with Irving and makes Herb jealous.
Oh, help! My bones are brittle. My knees are stiff. I got 2 left feet. Oh, frog.
You're doing great, Herb.
Herb does a fancy step, a la Ray Bolger, getting the attention of Hope and Irving.
How's them apples?
That was wonderful, Herb.
She moves to the dance area and grabs Herb.
Take me with you. Let's dance till we drop. They do a real good Lindy.
Faith moves to the table with Irving. They watch and drink.
I see why you never had a wife. You freelance.
Like I said, I burned a bridge or 2.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry for your loss.
Sorry for yours.
Yeah, well, I take it you had a great marriage.
You know, it's all in the little things. You know something amazing, Irving? He was the kind of guy who took off his dirty socks and put them right into the hamper.
What a mensch!
He was considerate and he made me feel loved.
It's only been 2 years, I think you said.
Yeah, but lately found myself looking for a man.
What's wrong with wanting more of a good thing?
Nothing, but I'm afraid that if I get involved with someone, I'll forget him, and that's just intolerable.
How long were you together?
We met in '78. I was playing ball in the waters of a lake. I fell into a hole, backing up for a catch. I was never a good swimmer. I panicked and was going under for the third time, and he pulled me up to level land. We were together from that day on. 30 fun years, just Mickey and me.
No kids?
No kids. It was okay because we had each other.
But it's great to have a kid.
How would you know?
It's a long story.
Tell me.
His name is Andy.
Andy,
Andy Johnson.
you have a child?
You might say that. I met Andy nearly 40 years ago on my way to work. He was a poor 10-year-old boy with a little family to speak of, shining shoes in the 42nd Street subway. He was a one-man show. You know, with his shine, you got a song, Jazz Yet, and a new joke every shine. So over the years, I guess I grew to love that crazy and talented kid, and I guess you could call me his big brother.
Irving, you amaze me. Is he still in your life?
You bet. I sent him to college when he was 17 and helped him start his hole-in-the-wall music store when he graduated.
I'm impressed. You did wonderful things for Andy.
You think? Huh. He's done wonderful things for me, Faith. He's filled my life like I never dreamed anyone could. I always feel I owe him. You see, Faith, I haven't really been freelancing. I guess you'd say I have someone, even though he'll be a 39-year-old man on Christmas Eve.
Irving, you're a great guy.
You never know when you'll meet someone who'll change your world, Faith. If someone comes along and you think you want to test his waters, just know it'll be different. That's all. A new adventure.
I guess I did that when I decided to meet her. Now I've met you.
I knew when you said, "Are you her?" I had to say yes, or I would never get to know the woman with the rose in her mouth and the fishnet stockings who loves flamingo.
Do you dance, Irving?
Like I said, I got a bum back.
I'll go easy on you.
Faith rises and takes Irving's hand. They move to the jukebox, put a coin in, the Lindy music fades out as a Spanish song begins to play. Faith and Irving dance a pseudo-flamenco.
I am lost here.
Let's put our lips together and blow.
You are a swell dancer. Real professional-like.
Thanks. Would you believe I taught dancing to little street kids at the Weehawken Middle Street Boys Club when I was in high school? It was my first job. I can still see those dirt-smudged faces and their torn t-shirts, arms around each other, clumping around the dance floor. Oh, I loved every one of them.
Did you?
That's where I met my husband. He ran the program there.
I wondered if you were
Oh, long ago. Not for long. I hardly remember his name. But I'll never forget his uppercut.
How could he?
I must have wanted it or it never would have happened.
No, you deserve better.
I wish they had taught that in high school. You would never hit a woman, would you, Herbie?
Never.
Herbie, there's something you need to know about me. I hate men! In my next life, I'm coming back as a lesbian.
Me too.
Oh, Herbie, you're wonderful.
Well, I think you ought to know something about me, Hope. I'm not so sure I want another relationship with a woman.
Tell me about your wife, Herb.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, she's not what I expected.
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh, she seems a little old. Oh, she's lovely. Such shiny cheeks.
Always smiling.
What was her name?
Caroline. You see, I was like globes within light at the end of the tunnel. So selfless she was. Even at the end, she was more concerned about me. And as she lay dying, she said, "Herb, don't be sad. We will be together again." I dream sometimes, and I've designed a bridge that'll take me back to my life with her.
Oh,
She was the only woman I ever knew.
that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
What? That it was a wallflower?
No, that I was right about you the first time I laid eyes on you.
What?
That I'd like to put all my eggs in your basket.
Hope bends near to her as if to kiss him.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Herb rises and makes a weaving exit.
What a guy!
Faith returns to the table, and Irving goes to the snack table.
Order! Order!
The waiter enters with menus and nuts.
We made a deal. I saw you.
I can't help it. It's who I am.
That all's fair in love and war. You hussy.
Hey, the nuts are for eating, girls.
For my next drink, I'll have a Bloody Mary and with a big celery stalk.
Irving.
What do you have?
A dirty martini.
I'll have what she's having.
I like you guys.
Hussy. Hussy!
I don't like your sexy behavior if you must know.
Don't like it? Well, la-dee-da to you.
Hey, what's going on here?
The girls are having a cat spat.
You act like a hussy.
Hussy! You one-note Charlie.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say your temper is pale.
Herb enters staggering to the table.
What's your order, Herb?
No, I think I should sit this one out.
Oh,
I am snotty.
come on, Herbie, little.
If you say so. I will have a Harvey Wallbang her.
And don't forget the nuts!
Oh, I'm on.
So, how you doing?
I should never drink.
That little hair of the dog's all you need, my boy. Or some exercise. Every day, a little exercise. You play squash? You play squash?
I get my exercise when I sleep.
That's pretty funny.
No, really. I sleepwalk. I went around Central Park one night.
Amazing.
You're a very attractive guy, or we could really get it on.
So what do we do with these cows?
You'll never get a guy. You have no personality. You are colorless. A big nothing. A peeled zero.
Hope gives Faith a shove.
And what are you? A bookworm. A skinny twerp.
Hope slaps Faith, who slaps back.
Girls! Really? Now, you see? Am I wrong, Herbie? There's no such thing as a nice girl.
A myth, my boy, a myth.
Irving's mine. You promised to look
You
well.
put your bosom to her bosom. I'll show you.
Am I hearing right? Do I believe they are fighting over us? Hill, my man, we've arrived.
You. I'll pull every hair out of your head. You have no tone.
I'll scratch your eyes out, you creepy small fry with feathers.
They begin to tussle. Around the table, on the table, a near dance as they move around the room. Nuts fly everywhere.
Hey, cut it out!
Now, what's going on here? Watch it, your manners, girls.
Herb and Irving attempt to break up the fight, but are caught with blows and flying nuts. They hide beneath the table.
Stay out of their line of fire.
Faith pins Hope on the table and pummels her. She tries to stuff a napkin into her mouth.
I'll kill you! Kill you!
You jealous cow.
Hope gets the places Hope's on top.
You are mincemeat!
Hope beats a woman. Hope beats Faith with a chair pillow.
Does this mean I should never vote for a woman?
Remember the Amazons.
Hope lands a hard left into Faith's eye.
Hasn't it been said that women would keep a peaceful world?
Myth, my man, myth.
Irvin, I saw you over there in the corner. Tell me, man to man, have you fallen for Hope?
No, man.
Because if you have, be careful. She's so delicate.
Hope
Hand.
lays a sharp uppercut in Faith's jaw.
She's been hurt. She's such a little thing. Promise me you'll take care of her. Be kind to her. Be very so genteel.
You think?
Hope lands another blow. Faith reels about, landing on the chair at the table.
Oh, Mickey. Look at me. Look what I've become. I'm so ashamed.
Did I hurt you, honey?
Oh, you're lightweight. Can you believe what we did?
I haven't had a fight with a girl since Eleanor Calandria tried to whip my butt in the 6th grade. I tore her coat.
Oh, you nearly killed me.
Now that's better.
Irving got out of the
Now, give me an A.
Irving and Herb hit it. Hope and Faith fail. They giggle and laugh heartily. They look at each other and drink their drinks down in one gulp and bust into tears. Round 3. The waiter enters with new sets of drinks. Round 3, gang! What? Oh, Lord, what have I done? Food, that's what we need here. The waiter passes out menus, Irving passes out the drinks.
This might do the trick.
Or I'll die trying.
Oh, I want my Mickey. Oh my God, I'm forgetting him. I can't bear the thought.
You can't stop living, Jane.
When he first passed, you see, he was in my mind every minute. I couldn't get through the day without missing his presence.
Why would you choose to stop living? It's not normal. Faith, you are still a beautiful woman. Don't bury yourself away.